My name is Ajoba Chiama, and I'm the Executive Director at the UK Ghana Chamber of Commerce. The month of March has been dedicated as Women's Month internationally, and we were very excited to run a campaign titled Women Who Lead, and we wanted to feature the female leaders in our network. I obviously know these women and I knew part of their story, so I knew that they had amazing insights to share. However, even I have been overawed by the amazing stories they've shared, as well as the lessons they have learned in their leadership journey. I was very much impressed by Maud from Atlantic Catering Services story about how she came to found the company and how far she's come, how many people she has currently employed from the very beginning when they were just 5 in the company. And it inspires me in my own leadership journey. And I know that it will also inspire the many followers that I have on social media. I was also very much inspired by the nuggets of wisdom that our honorary patron, the British High Commissioner to Ghana, shared with us, as well as the females on our Executive Council and our UK-based advisory board. So thank you to Mabel, Audrey, Alice, and Linda for the nuggets of wisdom shared.
Define success as a female leader in exactly the same way as I would define success for a male leader. Leaders are about setting direction and then bringing people along with them in order to achieve those goals.
I actually see the future of women in banking to be very bright. I know it doesn't look so bright as we speak, but it will explode at a certain point.
I had very supportive bosses who encouraged and challenged all of us in the unit to just go for it. And so I think that further reinforced the confidence that I have not to look at situations as challenges, but as things to be done.
If I had to describe myself in 3 words, they would be resilient, strategic, and empowering.
I wouldn't say as a woman, but there's always a bit of doubt as to whether you can do something. You need that push. And setting up Mustard has been, it's a passion of mine. As a creative.
A defining moment for me was being recognized as the most outstanding female-owned company in Ghana's upstream petroleum sector by the Petroleum Commission at the Attend Local Content Conference, and being ranked 20th best company in Ghana and first in tourism and hospitality at the Ghana Club 100 Awards.
As a leader, you must also have a growth mindset. You must be able to develop yourself, personal development, and your professional development.
I believe that a lot has changed for women in corporate environments, but I also believe that there's a lot more change that we need. And so I'm confident that those that have come before us, having broken down barriers, opened doors for those of us that came after, and even broken down doors in some instances. Those of us, the current generation, will be inspired to also open doors, break down doors, and reach out our hand to the generations behind us to ensure that the battles we fight today are not the same battles they fight tomorrow. Leadership comes naturally to me because I am the first child of my parents, and therefore it was thrust upon me at a very early age. I had to lead the way for my siblings, I had to manage them, I had to manage the home when my parents were away, and therefore I bring those same attributes to the workplace. The highs for me have been that I have grown from strength to strength, from one job to the next, and I have learned many lessons along the way, and opportunities that were given to me came to me as a result of my capabilities. And so in some jobs that I have worked in, I was the first female in management, and I paved the way for other women to join management. So I'm very proud of that. The lows, I think that there have been a few lows because everywhere I have worked where I was only female, I was also the least paid. One of the things that I tend to advocate on is the wage gap between men and women. It's something that I feel very, very passionate about, and I hope that women would learn about their worth and make sure that they're paid what is due to them. When it comes to me, and fun fact, I actually enjoy doing housework to relax. I like to do cleaning, I like to do laundry, I iron my own clothes, I like to cook my own food, I garden. I think my dressmakers will be the first to admit that my fashion style is simple but with a twist. So I tend to be a little bit sort of bent towards the conservative when it comes to my fashion sense, but there's always a little twist. So case in point, see my hair. It's not the trend. I like to keep it very low maintenance. I like to create things. So my fun things to do ever since I can remember was to create things. So I would sew, I would draw, I would color, I would read, and those are my happiest moments where I have not a care in the world. I'm very proud of what we've achieved with our Women Who Lead series, and I hope that the conversation will not end with the month. Let's keep engaging, let's keep holding each other up, let's keep making sure that we all win.